Craig. Yes, people, welcome back to the One True Red podcast. And today is the day that Liverpool have been crowned champions. Look how sad these faces are. I'm looking at the bottom of the screen. Mikey and Craig, what's going on? Liverpool crowned champions. You're not happy with
us? Champions the other day. You've had winners.
Trophy lift.
What are you talking about?
Trophy lift. No,
well done. You lifted the trophy now. It's done.
Uche and Aki, man. These guys, Spoil Sports. Happy days. Trophy being
happy days, but they look so glum. I know that the experts are finishing second. I thought they'll be happy about this. Life is good. It's always next season for Arsenal fans. Hey?
You can't keep saying the same thing every week.
There is always next season.
You can if you keep coming second. I mean, this is a great celebration. What did you guys get up to? Southampton, was it?
Champions of Europe, mate. What are you on about? Champions of Europe. Yeah, I'm going tomorrow as well. I'm no shame, bro.
Yeah, of course you don't have any shame. Why would you? Like he's gonna go and join the women team. When's the last time you went to see them play, man?
No shame, bro. I'm going tomorrow. What do you mean? I'm like a
Mikey's got some shame. What's going on?
What's going on?
Bills, maybe.
Everyone was getting at me for technical issues, right? Earlier.
Nah, you need to get at him. He was the chief guy that was coming after you, so you need to get after him.
Wow.
All right, people. So this week, obviously, the season has come to an end. Liverpool crowned champions.
Who's messing with my connection? What's going on?
You tell us.
We can hear him, but can't see him.
You tell us.
That can run. Let's go.
All right. So this today is the last day of the Premier League season. And to mark that momentous occasion of Liverpool winning the league, we're going to talk about who are the best team or best players in the league this season. So, yes, thank you, Daryl, Mary. Big up the champions. Yes. Craig, do you want to read that one out? Let me
Technical
show
issues. Technical issues.
Let me show you. Okay, there it is.
We got a champions. So he watched the women's final as well. That was good, man. Thank you, Daryl. Champions of Europe.
Daryl, these guys are sour. These Arsenal fans are sour. But yeah, Liverpool champions, and we're going to talk about our players of the season. So we're going to start with the goalkeeper, and I'm going to start with Aki. Who is your best goalkeeper of the season so far?
I would say Alexis.
All right, you're taking too long. Craig, who's your best goalkeeper?
Wait. Jeez.
Go on, Aki.
Discrimination. I'll probably go with Sells from Nottingham Forest. He's had a very good season, I think, with Forest. They've had a good defensive record. And he's probably going to be my only Forest player in my team anyway. So there's got to be one.
Okay. Thank you, Aki. And just for the viewers' benefit, we're going to talk about the team of the season. So we're all going to pick out our players and we're going to go position by position. I'll put my teeth back in. But we're also going to talk about Wirtz potentially signing for Liverpool later on in the pod. So stay tuned for that. If you're new to the podcast, please do like this video and please do get involved in the chat. And also please do subscribe because it helps this channel to grow. So Aki has chosen Sells as his goalkeeper. We're getting some comments in as well. I mean, this one's addressed at you.
I agree.
This one's addressed at you.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Liverpool fans about, isn't there?
Well, what's the day today? Crowning of the champions. Crowning of the Champions Day today. That's why. Okay, so goalkeepers, starting goalkeepers. Aki has chosen Sells. Uche, who are you going to go with?
I'm going with Sells. I think it was a top goal with him. I think Raya has had a great season, but based on the unexpected way that Nottingham Forest has performed this season, overall he's kept his form and he's been great. And now they're in Conference League, so well done. I'm going to go with Sells.
Yeah, I'm not sure they're feeling like they've done well today, but anyway. Mikey, goalkeeper of the season. Are we going to go away from the Forest contingent, or are we going to go to the shirt that you're wearing, is what I'm suspecting.
It's David Raya. He's been the best keeper. Nottingham Forest have done well this season. They've had a strong defence. Hence why halfway through the season we mostly had Nottingham Forest contingents in there. But yeah, no, David Raya is the best. He's pulled off the best saves. And he's saved us in a lot of games. So you can't really argue with that.
Indeed. There's a comment there from Burton Jav. Feeling happy. Well done, Liverpool. Burton on Trent. Thank you very much, Burton. Yes, well done, Liverpool.
Wait. Where does it say Burton on Trent?
Can't you read?
You're right. It says in Burton on Trent.
It literally says in Burton on Trent, Aki.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So yes, so we got Raya. We got 2 for sales, 1 for Raya. Let me guess where.
Daryl, you're working too quickly.
We're coming to this now. We'll get there. CT.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper of the season.
You already know where I'm going. I'm going to agree with my fellow Arsenal supporter, Mikey. David Raya. As he said, he's produced the best saves this season. I'm not sure how he done on the Golden Gloves, but he's up there. He's a joint. Yeah, so there you go. That confirms it for me. David Raya.
With who sells?
David Raya.
Okay, CT, I heard you the first time. I was just confirming with Mikey that Sells and David Raya have got goals.
Who else is it going to be? Sells and David Raya. Raya, man, all day.
And I'm gonna take the last vote. I'm just looking at who's saying this. Well done to Arsenal for finishing second. Again, the Arsenal boys are getting it today.
Cheers, man.
Arsenal boys are getting it today. I'm gonna side with the Arsenal boys. I'm feeling a bit sorry for them, so I'm gonna go with no.
What's going on here?
Yeah, don't.
I'm gonna go with Raya. I'm gonna go with Raya as well. Only he tipped it over the line for me because the last few weeks he has managed to save Arsenal's blushes a few times. So he tipped it for me, but it would have been Sales. I think I picked Sales when we did this early in the season as well, halfway through the season. So I'm gonna go with David Raya. So that's 3 for Raya, 2 for Sales. David Raya is our goalkeeper of the season. The One She Read podcast.
Oh wow!
He's done. That's it.
That was enough.
End of the show, guys. Thank you.
Oh my God.
David Raya.
There. I'm gonna add him back. I don't know what he's done here. You explain yourself, bro. You explain yourself.
You know what?
No, it's team of the season, bro. Not goalkeeper of the season, man. Come on.
Okay. So yeah, I'm having some technical issues as well now. But there we go. Reason why I'm not actually at home. I'm in Liverpool, in an apartment in Liverpool. Because why? What happened, Craig, Mikey?
Moving on to left back, guys.
I don't know why you're there.
Craig's favourite subject.
You like going to hotels?
There's a parade happening tomorrow, and it's not Arsenal showing off a women's trophy.
There is. Yeah, the Emirates, and I'll be
That's
there.
the only one that matters.
Yeah. Nope. There we go. Evening champions. Top 3 laugh out loud. Thank you very much, Cameron. All right, left backs. We're going to go left backs. And Daryl has given my choice. I'm going to go first. Daryl's given my choice. Kirk has. To be honest, I was not really sure who I was going to pick for left back because I think Kirk has had a good start to the season, but he seems to have tailed off a little bit from the bits that I've seen. I know where Craig's going. So I know where Craig's going, but I couldn't put that player in because he only really played half of the season. So I'm going to go Kirkes. Say that again?
So did Kirkes by what you just recounted.
Yeah.
At least he actually played through the season. This other guy that CT wants only started halfway. So I'm not going to give him the whole season for that. So I'm going to go with Kirkes and agree with Daryl on that one. But let's start with Mikey. What are you saying for your left back?
Miles Lewis-Skelly.
Of course you are.
He's the best left back in the league. It is what it is. I'm backing it, and it is what it is.
You've caught up with Craig then, because Craig was. I know Craig was calling him the best English left back in the league.
Yeah,
So
he's the best left back in the league. I wouldn't swap him for anybody in the league. And for the viewers, I did select Kirkes halfway through the season, but he's fallen off. And Lewis Skelly's 20 games plus Champions League, although that isn't accounted for here.
Why are you mentioning it if it's not accounted for?
It's been superior. You can pick your choice in a minute.
Just don't understand. Like, why are you mentioning Champions League?
Listen, I know the top row are going to pick Kirkes because he's going Liverpool. I don't mind. But my pick is
Liverpool. I'm just saying, why are you mentioning
Miles Lewis Skelly? I'm picking him.
Yeah, but why are you mentioning the Champions League? It's got nothing to do with
because I wanted to.
Because I wanted to.
And what?
Can I ask, Mikey, is anyone else in your team getting in on the basis of half a season?
No.
But just
special dispensation.
Okay. Okay. Craig, do you want to add your bit on why Skelly's your choice?
Because I already sort of told you at the start of the season, he's the best.
At the start
English,
of the season?
No, well, midway, best English in the league. And he's proven me right. He's proven me. He's gone from strength to strength with his performances. So
definitely,
I'm going to stick to that. And he's going to be one of the best left backs going. So remember, I said that here first.
Okay, let's mark that down. Let's not like that. Uche, what are you saying about your left back?
Man, it's Kirkes, man. But these guys are funny. Very soon they're gonna name the Arsenal 11 in their team of the season. Very soon, because it seems like it's so farcical and embarrassing that we're having this conversation. Someone that didn't even make starts for not even 70% of the games. Of course, it's Kirkes. Kirkes has been excellent. His deliveries and his attacking play and his the way that he's approached this season, as the consistency is the key. So he's my left back without a shadow of a doubt. Big up to Lewis Skelly, great young kid. He's going to go on and be great, but there's no way he's figuring in this one.
Absolutely. Well argued, Uche. Comment in from Daryl. Cucurella was a shout. Yeah, I agree. Definitely. I think probably second half of the season more so than the first, but yeah, definitely agree with that, Daryl. And Aki, what are you saying? Left back.
I was going to go with Kirkes, but I think I might go with Robinson from Fulham. He's had a strong season.
Whoa!
What?
That's mad.
Yeah. Why? Have you seen his stats?
Have you watched him play? I'm not talking about stats. Have you seen him play?
His stats are better than Kirkes' stats.
Yeah, but we can't. His stats ended about 3 months ago, though.
Kirkes.
That's true. All right, I'm with you, Aki. Robinson and Kirkes both had a wicked first half of the season and fell off, both of them.
And Robertson was playing in a more attack-minded team as well. So,
fair.
I think he had a good season, to be fair.
We have a problem.
We do have a problem. We do have a problem. You've got 2 Kirkes, 1 Robinson, and then we've got 2 Skelly. Viewers, tell us who you think. Had another shout from Cameron.
Well. I know he's very good.
Yeah. Very good player, a bit up and down for me. But yeah, very good player. Somebody who's been linked to Liverpool as well. But yeah, what are we saying, viewers? Who should be the left back in the team this season?
Yeah, we can park it for now if we don't get a vote.
Let's park it for now. We've got a vote from Daryl. So we've got a vote from Daryl. Let me just check back through the.
So let's say
viewers. From Cameron.
There we go.
There you go.
I think it's decided.
Liverpool fans. we knew it was going to happen. They was going to flood in.
But it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Availability is key. This dude has played all 38 games, and we're currently having an argument against a player who hasn't even played half the season. Doesn't make sense.
That's not to say just to be.
You can play 38 games and be rubbish. So
yeah, well, he actually be availability is actually a skill. Like you can't just
not be available. Lewis Skelly was available as well. Just saying, he just
well, if he was available, why didn't he start your season?
Wasn't selected.
Yeah, exactly. Why wasn't he selected? Not the best player.
We have 5 left.
Move on. Come on, jeez.
I did say that, but Uche wants to argue, so we can do it.
Okay.
No, we can do it. I'm saying to you, like, I don't mind moving on or staying. I don't care. I'm just saying availability is important.
He was available.
Yeah, for selection. by your team, by your manager.
Make the right choice of words if you want to critique it.
No, availability for selection to start a game. So if your manager decided by the start of the season that he's going to pick somebody instead of Lewis Kelly at the start of the season, what's that telling you? He took an injury for him to come into the team. So clearly, the manager doesn't think he is the best left back at your club. Clearly.
So the manager doesn't think he's the best left back at the club.
Then there's an injury. Then he comes in
and
and takes
the last 20 games.
Sorry? Then he comes. There's an injury. Then he comes in and takes his chance. So
does the manager think he's the best left back at the club?
So that's it.
Does the manager think he's the best left back at the club? That's what you just said. The manager doesn't think he's the best left back at the club.
I said to you at the start of the season.
No.
We're here to talk about Premier League.
You just said
that
the manager doesn't think he's the best left back at the club.
No, he's not. I don't think. It's not about thinking. It's a fact.
Aki, be quiet.
Aki, that's the point.
You just said the manager doesn't think that Lewis Kelly is the best left back at the club.
At the start of the season, your manager.
No, that isn't what you said.
That
isn't what you said.
It took an injury for him to come in.
Is he the best left back at the club?
Right, and I'm telling you that availability makes a president. If somebody's available for 38 games and doesn't play 38 games versus a player that actually was available for 38 games and played every single game by his manager, that also matters.
Is he the best left back at the club? Just confirm it.
I don't need to confirm it. I don't care what you guys do. You guys come second on time. That's what I'm saying.
What's that got to do with best?
You're making a statement and you're not backing them up.
All right, let's move on. I'm just gonna ask though.
And then on top of it, like this guy has already said, you then have the player who you're rating get 2 red cards on top of him being available. So letting his team down and losing points for the team.
Let's be fair.
So on top of that, we also had him costing your team by getting sent off.
One rescinded.
One
was rescinded. So he still got sent off. Yeah,
but
so
Kirkers gets disciplinary.
You're costing your team by getting red cards.
What we're in?
So like, at the end of the day, that's what we're arguing about. So one was available, then he gets himself sent off as well. So that's what we're talking about. And if somehow he goes above Kirkers, who's available and played all 38 games. Doesn't make sense.
For the benefit of the viewers, Uche wanted to exclude Miles Lewis Kelly based on his appearance.
No, I didn't actually. No, that was not the reason. No. I'm not going to let you talk rubbish. I'm not going to let you talk rubbish. I said, let me inform myself.
You wanted us to have a rule
that they have to play 26
games or more.
It's got nothing to do with one player.
One at a time.
It's got nothing to do with one set player because I generally don't care. I said what I said. I said it's very strict. Nobody, for me, should be playing who hasn't even got to 60 or 65 or even 70% of games should be eligible for end of season awards. That's what I said. It was not I wasn't picking on Lewis Kelly.
You knew exactly what was going to happen.
No, I wasn't picking on him. So you're going to go where you're going to go with. But I told you, availability is very important. I know for my team, I want a player that's available and is always playing all most of the games. He's been sent off playing for your club.
I'm not spending so much time talking about left back anyway, man.
Staying available doesn't make sense on left back.
Let's move on. Craig, as you said, you need another left back, but Skelly is the best in the league. But anyway, let's move on to centre backs now.
Cover. Don't do that.
Cover. Let's move on to centre backs now, and I'm gonna go first again because I'm the one that's talking. I'm gonna start with obviously the guy who lifted the trophy. What happened today, guys? Aki, what happened today?
Just move on. Centre back. Who is it?
I'm talking about centre back.
We're doing a centre back pairing, right?
Here we go. I was wondering how you're gonna put 2 Arsenal players in there. Now you want to talk about pairing.
Do a pairing.
No, we're talking about centre back. Pick two. Yeah. So my pairing is VVD because obviously I don't even need to justify it really. He's clear out of everyone else. VVD alongside. Now I did deliberate. I was going to say Gabriel, similar to Daryl's comment here. I was going to say Gabriel, but he's been injured for how long now? 6 weeks, something like that, maybe a bit more. So I've gone back to his defensive partner, Saliba. He's had a torrid time since Gabriel left the team.
That makes no sense.
But I'm going with VVD and Gabriel. And
listen, Gabriel not playing has been better than Saliba playing in this period.
We got another shout for another name. I'm not sure that's how you
Milinkovic.
I think it's pronunciation, but we know who you mean, Cameron. Thank you for that one. Milinkovic, another good shout. His defensive partner is another good shout, but I'm not going to put names. I'm not going to put names in your heads. Craig, are we going Saliba and Gabriel alongside Skelly for your?
No, I'm obviously going to have to put one of the best defenders in the league this season, which was VVD, who led you to lifting a trophy at the end of the season.
Best, so yeah.
I'm going to go with VVD and I'm going to go with Gabriel. I don't care how controversial that was. He was the best centre-back in the league up until his injury. So I'm going for Gabriel, Big Gabby at the back. Dan Burn's a good shout as well, actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think he's played quite well this season.
No, he did play centre-back a lot, but he also played left-back, I think.
Left-back as well, yeah. It's a good shout.
He's had a good season, and especially scoring against us.
He did score in a cup final, to be fair. Was it a cup final or league?
Yeah, I was there. I was at that game, actually.
Maybe I need to pick him just for that.
Who did they play against? Oh, yeah, it's Liverpool. Yeah,
in
Aki,
the semis.
Aki,
I'm
who are you
going
going
to
with?
go with VVD, obviously. Best defender in the league by a mile. And Hutchinson from Bournemouth. The one
Sorry, Jay Wills.
Yeah.
Jay Wills, who are you saying is the best? Please clarify. You're talking about BBD, I hope.
Big Gabby.
Yeah, Hutchinson. He's had a good season with Bournemouth, and I think he's trying to deal with Real Madrid as well. I think £50 million as well. So
yeah,
he has. So, who was your first pick? I wasn't listening. Sorry, mate.
VVD.
Obviously. You just want to hear his name mentioned.
And Uche, who are you going for with your pairing?
It's very obvious. Is Van Dijk, obviously. I agree with Craig got to a point, but obviously he wasn't available for the rest of the season, and that could have cost his team due to his injury. So I'm going with Huijsen. Milinkovic came quite close, so it's between those three, but I'm going with Huijsen, who I thought has been exemplary and plays the way he liked football to be played as a centre back, and the way he tries to play the ball. So yeah, those are my two.
Thank you very much. My bad, Jay Wills. I know what you mean. And Daryl. Also, Van Hecker, very good season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Decent season.
Yeah, decent. I'd agree with that. Okay, so let's just recap. So in goal, we went for Raya. We went for Raya in goal. Right back.
You haven't done right back yet.
We haven't done right back yet. Centre backs, we're going for. Actually, I haven't even done the tallies. I don't know. Kirke's left back, centre backs. What are we saying now? So VVD definitely, and then
you haven't even got my view. What's going on?
It's turning into a Liverpool bias show. It's turning into a Liverpool bias show.
I was cracking up, man.
It's crazy.
Go on,
I was waiting to see if you'd actually realise yourself.
My bad. Go on, Mikey.
Wow, good. I'm gonna go with Craig. VVD and Gabriel. Milinkovic and Huijsen are both very good choices. I think Milinkovic has been stronger than Huijsen over the season. Huijsen's young though, so that's good for him. And he's got his move. But Gabriel has been the second best centre-back in the league.
Second best. Yeah. Okay, so we've got a bit of a problem. We've got VVD as our definite. We've got split decisions on his partner. I could be convinced to change from Saliba to Gabriel, and I'm going to do that. So, VVD and Gabriel are our choice for centre-backs. So now we move on to right-back, which I've completely forgotten, and I'm going to start again. And again, my choice halfway through the season was Aina. I thought it was excellent the first half of the season. But as Forest have kind of dropped off a bit for most of this calendar year, and this might be recency bias, but he's always impressed me when I've seen him play. Michael's giving me the eye.
I'm trying to wonder who's coming.
I'm going to say Munoz at Palace is my choice for right back.
Nah.
And then I'm going to go to Uche to start off with his choice.
There's no point wasting I'm going to waste any of your time. Anybody, Munoz is a good shout. But you're talking about the most creative player that plays a right back, and that's Trent Alexander-Arnold. We'll move on. That's it.
Boo! Sorry. Flex action. I'm joking. I don't boo. I'm joking.
What are we see what I mean? What are we doing there? Doing plays live on a pod. That's crazy.
I definitely don't do that, and I don't support it either. So no booing of players, especially Liverpool players. Okay. So Trent, we've got Munoz for me. Mikey, what are you saying for your right back? There's a few comments before you go, Mikey. Sorry, there's a few comments.
Yeah,
we've got Daryl saying Livermento. He's had a very good second half, so that's a good shout. And then we've got Cameron Timber. Interesting.
Even the Liverpool guys can't even do that there.
It's actually funny.
Credit.
Go on, Mikey. Do you agree, Timber?
No.
In short, no.
As much as it pains me.
This is hilarious.
Trent's the best right back in the league. Trent has most of the things that you need. You just need a little bit of defensive cover to help him. Halfway through the season, I had Aina, but he has fallen off. He's had a couple of niggling injuries. I think he was at fault for the goal today. He fell asleep at the back post. And this cost his team dearly. So I like Aina, but Trent is the best.
Thank you, Mikey. Comment in from Gatman Stav. Wirtz is a needle mover, 25-26 title wrapped. Yep, we're going to come on to talk about Wirtz later on in the show, so please stick around for that. And remember, please do like the video if you're enjoying the show so far, and do subscribe if you can. Aki, what is your choice for right back?
I'm going to go with Muniz as well. I think he's had a strong season. I wouldn't be too surprised, actually, if Chelsea or some other team snapped him up. I think he's had a good season, so I'm going to go with Muniz.
Oh, dear. Thank you, Daryl.
Listen,
You know he's coming. You know he's coming.
I still ain't done yet.
Daryl keeps pulling the trigger too early. Like,
They're gonna put Odegaard. I'm trying to watch, but they're gonna see Odegaard as well. It's gonna be happening, man.
All right.
Party's played there as well. Don't forget that. Party had a little cameo appearance at right back.
Oh my days.
Go on then, CT. What are you saying? Saka right back, right mid.
You know what? If I could, I would, but I'm gonna go with Trent, the best right back in the league, the best right back that the Premier League has seen for a very long time. And I stood up for him in that whole Trent argument earlier on in our earlier pods, and I'm standing by it. He's you guys are gonna miss him, no matter who you replace him with. He is quality. So I'm going with Trent.
Say that again, BJ.
We're not looking to replace him because he's irreplaceable, so don't watch that.
Okay, yeah, there you go. There you go. At least one Liverpool fan can admit that, but yeah, I agree.
He's by far one of the greatest players that's ever played in this league. So for me, if you can't see that, I can't help you. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a Euro, but don't have to engage.
I like he as well. He's a bit silent over there.
Yeah.
He's silent, let the numbers deceive you. Even when that little cameo, that guy showed him 45 minutes here, and people are skanking over nonsense. Guy comes in, puts some ball, say, there you go, have it for free. I'm still playing at right back, but have this ball for free. Just because I do what I do, you know, how I do, you know. But you don't keep being blind, put cotton wool over your eyes, cover it up, be blindfolded and pretend you don't see what is happening. That's up to you, it's your choice.
His passing today made me cry. Yeah. He did. He definitely showed levels when he came on. That ball for, was it Nunez? Yes, all right, Mike. I enjoy that. We're waving goodbye to Trent, but we're going to talk about welcoming Wirtz later on. So yeah, that's good. Yeah, that ball in for Nunez was just ridiculous, and they showed a clip of Klopp in the crowd saying, "What a ball!" and that's what we were all thinking when we saw that as well. So yeah, he's definitely going to be missed by Liverpool. J Wills 97 odds on Trent running up and down the byline for Madrid. Interestingly, I think I mentioned this to you guys before. it'd be reported, and I don't know if it's actually going to happen, but it's reported that Alonso is going to do the 3-4-3 at Real Madrid. He's just been announced as their manager. I think it's today or yesterday. So it looks like Trent's going there. If he's going to play there, it looks like he'll be playing as a wing back, which he hasn't done that successfully for England. So it'll be interesting to see how he adapts to that. But great player, and we're gonna miss him. Go on, Mikey.
I said, to be honest, it is England. And with which coaches? So I'm not surprised he wasn't able to display his full ability. But at Madrid, it will be a different thing.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Daryl, club football back next season, heavy metal. Yep, given the types of players we're looking to sign. Frimpong, Kirkes, definitely pacey wingers. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. And Jay Wills, all of a sudden, he'll have work rate, I bet.
He sounds like Jay Wills sounds like he wanted him gone.
Well, Scott did say this week he was a bit disappointed with some of Trent's efforts in training. So that's probably where Jay Wills' comment is coming from. But yeah, we'll see how Trent gets on. But we wave him goodbye and we move on to talk about midfielders. We had a heated debate, so we say, a few weeks ago about a certain box-to-box midfielder that plays for Arsenal. Box-to-box or not box-to-box? Anyway, go back to our old other shows, guys, to see what we were talking about there. But we're going to start with our midfield, and I guess we're going to go 3 in midfield just to make it simple. Or yes, we're going to do that. Nods for Mikey and others. So I'm going to start again, and I am going to go with the aforementioned guy that we were talking about. One of my midfielders of the season to go in team of the season is Declan Rice from Arsenal. Second half of the season, Champions League, definitely stepped up his game. Every time I see Arsenal play, he's the main man, other than Saka, who's been out for a while. So I'm going to go Declan Rice. Not going to talk too much. I'm going to move on to Uche. Who's your...
Why? I thought you were going to just do the 3. Why would you want?
Yeah, we're doing 3.
Yeah, might as well just...
Yeah, I think
you just said Rice. That's why I'm confused, because he's not playing as a 6. But if you want to do a 6, I'll do a 6. He's definitely not playing as a 6.
he could play anywhere in that midfield, bro.
What's he going to play as, Uche?
I don't give enough what he could do. He ain't playing as a 6.
Anywhere in that midfield. Call him what you want. Box to box.
No, that's what I'm saying. So just name out 3 and don't matter about the position.
He can
so
do
if you could give you your 3 at least, no?
I'll give my 3. So my 3, I just had to double check. My 3, Rice, Declan Rice, Fernandes, and Macallister are my 3 for team of the season. Let's see some comments. We've got one from Daryl, Macallister, Grab, and Rice. Yep. I think some of these names are going to be repeated. Caicedo definitely gets a shout. It's been very, very good, although he kind of starts at right back.
Well, that's one defensive.
Jay Wills, 97. Grav, Mac, and Bruno. Tonali is a good shout as well. He's been excellent every time I see him Newcastle play, especially when they're bullying Arsenal. Caicedo again, and then got one from Houdini. These Arsenal men are so shameless. The way they're picking Trent if he wasn't leaving Liverpool. That's a good Houdini. That is a very
What's going on?
Oh my days. But if you don't pick Trent, it's like I said, right if you ain't picking Trent, man.
Okay, so I've gone with my midfield of Rice, Bruno, and Macallister, and let's go with CT. Who are you saying? Can't name all Arsenal players, please.
Damn. The first person on my list is going to be Uche. Close your ears, mate. You don't want to hear this one, but it's going to be Declan Rice.
Of course. I'm not joking.
Yeah, and you know what? Just that sort of message that came up. I don't know who said that comment about Tonali. He has been actually a very key to Newcastle's very good season. So I'm going to go with Tonali. I'm not going to put Gravenberch in there.
Wow.
Just to cause a little, you know what I mean? And not that because for me it was out of Rodgers, Gibbs-White, for creative anyway, Rodgers, Gibbs-White, and Bruno. Me personally, I would put Bruno in there, but based on the season, I think you've got to look at Rodgers as well. The way he's been so good this season, so I'm going to put Rodgers in there actually.
Okay, sorry, say your three again.
So Rice, Tonali, and Rodgers.
Rice, Tonali, and Rodgers. And Aki, what are your three?
Gravenberch, Tonali.
More attacking. Sorry, that was just the comment.
Tonali, and I will go with Rodgers. I'll go with his partner actually, Tielemans. I think he's done a good season this season.
That's a good shout actually. He's been.
What's your three then?
Gravenberch, Tonali, and Tielemans.
Yeah, it's good. Good, I like it. Mikey, you're looking confused. What's your three?
I was trying to work out the balance. Gravenberch, Rice, and I had Bruno in there because the guy's the best in that position in the league. In fact, yeah, I'm going to stick to Bruno. I did hear a stat that kind of was taking me away from Bruno a little bit, in that 8 of his goals and assists this season have been against Leicester. And that really put me off picking Bruno. But at the same time,
You got to deliver, man.
if you want something, he's going to be there to kind of put that goal or create something in. And Rodgers has been good, but not good enough. Gibbs-White has been good, but both of those teams fell away and they weren't able to do it for their teams. And this is another reason I was going to go against Bruno. His team's way down and they haven't won nothing. But he is that good and he deserves a move. Free Bruno.
When you guys say Bruno, I'm always thinking about Bruno Fernandes for some reason.
That's what I keep thinking as well. But yeah, go on, Uche. Who are your three?
Like I said,
by the way, guys, sorry, Uche. Just a few comments just to pick up on. Just going back to you, Craig, you answered it whilst Aki was talking about Rodgers and CM, more attacking, you were saying.
More
Craig.
attacking, more creativity, yeah.
And then a good shout from Daryl here about Gravenberch. Shifted position from an essentially attacking midfielder to playing as a 6, which is no mean feat, especially at that young age. I don't think he's played this many games, maybe since his Ajax days. I don't think he's played this many games in his career as he has for Liverpool this season in an unfamiliar position. So definitely a good shout to have Gravenberch in there. But Uche, who are you going for?
I think Gravenberch, without a question, like I said, to be Young Player of the Year, voted by his peers and the rest of the team. I think he's been absolutely spectacular this season. So he's an absolute certainty. Then I didn't want to make my team too defensive, but I'm going to go with what I generally feel are the 2 best ones. And that's Macallister and Declan Rice. That's my 3. So Declan, Macallister, and Gravenberch. Those are, to me, are just above all the other names that I've heard so far on the midfield front. Macallister brings a lot of tenacity, creativity, and actually showed up towards when we really needed him to show towards the end of the season, where he needed to close out the gap. So I like that. Declan continues to show that he can lead and drag his team. Obviously, we discussed in the pod before about he still needs to up his creativity, but in terms of an all-round midfielder, he's up there. So they'll be my 3.
So Uche, where's he? Where are you positioning Rice then? It sounds like box to box. To be, what are you doing with Rice?
No, if you want me to, because of the people we're gonna put on the team, if we're actually playing a real game, right? Okay. I don't need him to do anything. I just need him to be next to Gravenberch and Macallister. It doesn't really matter which way you do it. It's all about tactical moving it about. I don't need him to bang goals or anything. It depends how you're doing it. If we're doing just the team who deserve the team of the season, if we're actually gonna play the game, it all depends what you're asking me.
I'm asking you, what is his role in midfield? Is it box to box? You just scared.
You asked about 2 questions there.
The three players that I think, if I'm gonna play them in a real game, the way I will set it up is that you have a pivot, right? So I don't think I'm not expecting anyone to be doing box to box anyway. Left side, right side, that's how I'll do it. Because the real front 3 and the fullbacks we've already mentioned are doing the other thing. So Kirkes and Trent, if that's your answer to your
So
question.
Rice is just floating. He's just floating.
They're not doing what you think they're doing. I don't need
Craig,
goals
I
from
agree,
them.
I agree with this comment.
Right.
He was up to fluky free kicks. He never scored a free kick in his
Because
whole
he doesn't bang
life.
goals. Craig, one thing you got to
And all of a
understand is
sudden
whether you like it
people
or
are
not, he
talking
doesn't
about-
bang goals. So
He doesn't bang goals, yeah? Okay.
Just one
he just
less than
doesn't,
Macallister.
like, he doesn't bang goals for your team. Like if we're talking about the goals that he scored this season in the league, which is what we're talking about.
Because he has
Nowhere
to do a
near
lot
it.
more for our team. He has to do a lot more.
I know that, but I'm
carries
just saying,
the
I'm asking your
midfield,
question. How can I put someone in box to box? He don't bang enough goals. Nowhere near it.
Hey,
Um,
this is exactly true. What Cameron's saying. He has to
I
do a
think
lot
Cameron
more.
agrees with you. Yeah, he has to do a lot of work.
He has
'cause
to
he
do a lot of
come
work.
from-
So sometimes
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can't be box to box, can you? If you're not banging goals, 4 goals all season in 38 games. To me, if that's what you're considering box to box, that's not banging.
in your
That's
team,
what
he's box to box.
Wait,
This is
in
what
your,
I'm trying to get
wait, in your team,
to. He's box to box.
Gravenberch has got 0 goals.
Oh, I picked what I felt were the
Macallister,
best
5
3.
goals.
No, I picked what are the best 3 because I'm not looking at playing this. That's what I'm saying.
I think Gravenberch scored. He scored a goal this season.
Did he?
No, he
I heard
hasn't.
the other day he hadn't scored.
No, he hasn't
It's not the
scored.
league, but I think he scored in the FA Cup or League Cup. No?
Bro, he hasn't scored in the league. We're talking about the league. He hasn't scored.
What is going on?
Aki stats
You
again.
haven't got anything good to say. Don't say anything.
I know, just remind him. He
It
hasn't
wasn't
scored in
me
the league.
spending like 30 minutes talking about left back, was it?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All right. Let's
8 minutes.
wrap up our midfield then. So we have definitely Declan Rice. We've got
Why definitely Declan Rice?
Because of the votes.
most of us
That
have,
isn't your strong point, is it?
4 of us have picked Declan
Well,
Rice.
you all put him in.
Yes.
Yes.
You're not listening.
are you on the same pod as us? Oh,
He's on a different time. He's on
So
a different
basically, it's Declan Rice, Gravenberch, and one other.
Yes.
I think there was.
I think is Macallister.
I picked Macallister.
Or
Uche picked Macallister.
Denali had
Oh,
2.
Aki
Tonali
didn't
had
pick Macallister.
No.
Yeah, Tonali had 2, I think.
Ro, who was your midfield?
Macallister,
Who else? Rice and
Rice, and Fernandez.
yeah. So it's out of Fernandez, Macallister, and
Fernandez?
Tonali.
No,
Why
not Fernandez.
Not Fernandez.
Just me.
Who did you
Just
pick?
Fernandez.
huh?
Just me with Fernandez. It's
Why
Tonali.
don't you- Fernandez.
Fernandez.
Yeah, he was
Did
talking
you-
about Bruno Fernandez, not Gomares. He was talking about
Yeah.
Fernandez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on then. Sorry, Mikey. Go on.
Take over. Man. So Fernandez, Macallister, and there's one other, right? And Tonali.
Tonali, yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, we have to agree one of those 3. I'm
Macallister.
happy with Fernandez or Macallister.
I'm happy with Tonali or Macallister.
I'm happy
There
with
you go.
Macallister.
We're narrowing it down.
I'm narrowing down to Macallister and Macallister. That's it.
Cece?
Yeah, go McAllister.
There you go. Macallister is there.
Okay.
See,
Right.
I'm not biased against Liverpool. I put
That's
McAllister.
all.
Yeah. You guys are
Up
champions.
front, you're gonna put Kai Havertz up front.
Hey, he's back.
Trossard. Trossard.
He's not injured anymore. So yeah.
Jesus.
Okay. Let's go with up front then. So I think this is going to be easier. I think this is going to be
Very
the one.
Very
The
easy.
one position that might throw people and get different results with. But anyway, Salah, obviously, nothing
Who we doing?
more to
Right
it
wing?
than that. Huh?
We're doing right
Let's
wing.
just
We'll do
Salah.
all 3.
Just all three. Just all
All
three.
3, man. Don't worry about that.
Salah, Isaac, and Mbeumo. That's my 3.
That's it.
Um,
No further comments unless there's anyone wants to say anything. Or
Yeah, I'm
Talk about it.
picking Wood instead of Isaac.
Wood.
Wow. Oh my days.
Yeah, man.
What?
Because you know what it is with Isaac? He's sometime-ish. He turns up and plays when he wants to turn up and
That's
play.
true. That's true.
Mostly against
And
Arsenal.
Wood, and the reason why I'm picking Wood is for a player with such limited ability to be able to get the numbers he's got and to be as effective and to help Nottingham Forest in probably one of his last seasons, I'll pick Wood. Yeah, Isaac just frustrates me. Sometimes I see him and I'm like, what's going on? You've got all the talent in the world, all the attributes, and you're not doing anything.
Mm.
And then he'll play against your defense or our defense, tear them up. And it's like, do that every week, mate.
Yeah.
That's my view.
Yeah, I've been saying this for ages, but at the same time, the guy is special, so he has to get this award in the top 3. Like Wood's got to dash it. I had to dash my Wood out as well after the season.
I knew all of you would pick them anyway, but I just wanted to have my say.
You wanted to have your frustration.
Is it because he rejected Arsenal?
Mbeumo's had a ridiculous season.
Yeah.
So we should bring him up.
Yeah. The guy's immense. Absolutely immense.
But he has put a lot of penalties.
Yeah, but he's still immense.
So is Salah.
He's
I don't discount penalties.
You have to count penalties because, as we find out, certain players can't bury when pressure is on.
Well, Weiser's had better stats than Mbeumo if you take away penalties.
Also, it's not. No. Wait. You're saying better stats? No, because you have to count assists.
Penalties, yeah.
No, he assists. He actually assists his team as well. So technically,
let me know. Check it out. Let me know.
Check what out? There's nothing to check out with you.
Check out the stats and let me know.
There's nothing to check out with you. That's what I'm trying. What are you talking about?
You can't argue with facts, mate. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing. Are you deaf? I just told you. If you combine the goal,
guys, let me know.
Sorry, guys. No, I've got this.
Yeah.
When you combine if you combine the goals and assists, Mbeumo has more than Wissa. That's what you call stats.
What I'm saying is take away penalties and
no, you don't. That's not how it works.
Away goals. What's wrong with
what I'm saying? But are you not listening? Are you deaf?
No, it's never worked that way in history. Don't say who's the golden boot winner.
What I said is take away penalties. No, you're not listening. I said take away the penalties and Weiser's stats are better. And now you're arguing. I don't know what you're arguing about.
You're not making any sense.
I made it. Well, it's a simple point. Take away Mbeumo's penalties, and Weiser has better stats.
How many penalties does Mbeumo score? Tell me.
Anyway, moving on.
Let's move on. No, let's move on.
He's got no facts.
Rogue Phantom, up the red, you never walk alone. Thank you very much. Yes, definitely up. Say it, guys. CT, Mikey, up the red.
Why are we moving on to that?
Hold on. We'll pick up forwards, then we can do that.
I'm catching up with the chat. Mustafa is asking, is the Wirtz signing imminent? And
hopefully not.
Ornstein apparently said it is very close. And I think
hopefully not.
Here we go, man. Fabrizio Romano also said it's very close. So yes, hopefully this coming week, we'll be signing.
Was that confirmed that they Anfield or not?
They allowed this? How have Bayern allowed this to happen?
They don't want to see the clip. It's called not wanting to join them. That's what it's called. That happened.
Are you disappointed, Craig?
Say that again. Yeah, I am. I'm truly disappointed.
You're not excited to see a world-class player come to the Premier League?
No, I'm not. We got enough. we got enough.
At least
maxed out.
The guy looked at it and said, "No, I don't want it."
At least you're honest. All right, let's quickly chat about Wirtz then. We had a quick chat at the last pod when we did.
Wait, are we not going to finish team of the season?
I said, Aki, listen. Let's have a quick chat about Wirtz. Then we can finish talking about team of the season. Okay? Quick chat about Wirtz.
The host.
Yeah. Obviously,
shut up, Aki.
Obviously, the news broke this week that Liverpool were speaking to his father, and it's actually moved quite quickly. I'm quite impressed by how it's all gone. Last week, Mikey, you said your words were, Wirtz is going to Bayern. And it looks like Wirtz isn't going to Bayern. And how are you feeling about that?
I spent a few days telling every Liverpool fan I knew Wirtz wasn't going to Liverpool. And then all these well-renowned people started saying Wirtz is going to Liverpool. I can swear right now. I'm very annoyed. Because the guy is very, very good. And I just hope that it takes him a season to settle. How's his English?
By the way, just so you guys know, he's good friends with Frimpong as well, so that is gonna be settling just fine. Don't worry about that.
Well, yeah,
Vibe is there.
Yeah.
Don't watch that.
I saw.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Yeah, I saw a graph which had, I think it's XG and XA, so expected goals and expected assists, and then progressive carries. So down that axis was XG and expected assists. Bottom axis was progressive carries, and there's like loads of players in this area, and then there's Wirtz on his own right at the top right hand corner. So he's at the highest of both of those two stats. So
basically, what you're saying is goodbye, Szoboszlai.
Not goodbye, just
it is.
What does it matter? You guys saying it like you're his agent or like his brethren.
He wants first team football.
Sorry,
he's not going to set up on the bench.
Listen, Wirtz comes. Wirtz plays.
That's life, though. That's life. You move on. That's it. That's what you do. You're not going to be despondent. You just figure it out.
I don't think we sell Dabo. He'll be part of rotation. Like this season, we basically played the three in midfield all the way through Champions League, League. We can't do that next season. Next season, we need to have a few more players.
Yeah,
we have to.
And I agree. Cameron as well. Dabo will be more of a number 8.
Well, there's no question about it. He's definitely going to be a number 8. There's no doubt. He doesn't even like playing up there, so he should move over.
He's going to sit on the bench and he's going to cover.
Yeah, probably.
So Boz on the bench. Yeah. So Boz on the bench.
He'll be on the bench. Yeah.
Do we rotate with Macallister?
What, you think Macallister's going to hold the bench?
No. You're right. I think Bozlai's role is now rotating with. He's going to take the Jones role that's taken this season. Basically, he's rotating with Macallister.
He ain't going to accept
the rest.
He ain't going to accept. Hopefully, there's a bit of unrest in your squad. So, it all goes to the pot.
Coming from J Wills 97, think Wirtz will play false 9 like Diaz this season. Yeah,
I wouldn't.
Strengths, man.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Cameron's also in agreement on that. I think it's a possibility. I'm hoping not, to be honest.
I hope you use him as a false 9, actually.
Yeah, I think
I'm with that.
That will definitely break him.
Yeah.
Let's 2.0.
Let's go to Arsenal. Unfortunately, we've been linked with him this week, Daryl. So
strong links as well, by the way.
What's that, Mikey?
Strong links as well.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know the funniest thing, yeah? Sesko's linked with Arsenal and Liverpool, and Arsenal and Liverpool fans all don't want him. But all of the professionals and the stats guys say that Sesko is the best striker out there for either of our teams in terms of what he can produce on a pitch and what he does and his numbers. But just, I just don't see it really. So Bucharest better be signed.
How can you be calling yourself a striker and we don't see you striking or banking goals? I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. It just seems like you're just living off promises. No one's doing promises on the promised land here, man. Guy gets banging, so forget him, man.
Okay, well, yeah. So let's move. Let's go back to talking about the team of the season. So we had my one, which was Mbeumo, Salah, and Isaac as my front three. Mikey had Salah, Wood, and Mbeumo. And Aki, as you're so keen to talk about your team, who's your front three?
Wow.
Silence.
You're on mute.
I think he actually was.
One of you guys put me on mute.
No, you can't keep blaming other people for your errors.
Oh, it is. Well, it is. Anyway, Salah up front, obviously. I'm going to go Cunha from Wolves as well. And
this is a mess.
Come back to you, and you don't even know.
And Isaac up front.
Where's everyone playing? What's happening? Go on. Put their position.
It doesn't matter. It's like it's just the top three.
It's fluid, yeah.
Well,
Salah on the left.
No, Cunha will be playing. Will play the number 10. Then you got Isaac, and then Salah floating about.
Roaming, yeah.
You're a mess.
Yeah, so you.
Bro, move us on.
Yeah, I'm going to move on. Before I do, look about. None of you is born in Liverpool. I'm not sure what the point of that is. So,
why do you support Liverpool? That's what they're saying.
Born and bred in London.
I don't think
That's a bit odd.
I don't think everyone who supports Liverpool has a Scouse accent, so yeah, we'll leave that one there. Uche, what are you saying about your front three?
I've already given you a front three. It was the same as you. I said there's no way. I told you in Burmo, Isak, and Samo.
Okay, and then Craig, what's yours?
Isak through the middle. I was thinking about putting Saka ahead of Mo Salah, you know. I'm playing. Don't abuse me, man.
Wait, sorry, Craig. I'm just like, why is the admin removing banning look about? Listen, you gotta let him flow, man. Let him rip. Let him express himself. If he wants to do this Scouse versus whatever, and we all need to live next to Lime Street, let him do his thing. Like it seems like for you to be a Liverpool fan, you gotta have a Scouse accent, and you gotta live next to Lime Street.
He can come back. He can come back in. Go on.
All right, I'm gonna go Salah for the right, Isak for the middle, and should I throw a wild card in there? No, I'm gonna keep it logical way. I'm gonna go with Mbeumo. Actually, up front, he's had a brilliant season, and I wouldn't mind him at Arsenal, to be fair. So yeah.
But where's he going to play if he comes to Arsenal?
You can rotate with Saka because we're going to have a left-sided free because I don't expect Gabriel Martinelli to be there anymore. I hope not anyway. So we'll see.
We will see. Okay, so let's so that one's pretty much decided then. Salah, Isak, and Mbeumo based on the numbers. So if we go through the whole team then for our team of the season, we have David Raya in goal. We've got Trent at right back, Van Dijk and Gabriel at centre back, and then Kirkes at left back. Then got Macallister, Gravenberch and Rice, the box-to-box midfielder. And then we've got Salah, Isak, and Mbeumo up front. It's very Liverpool heavy, which is good. I like to see that. Obviously, we've won the league. So yeah, that's the One True Red Pod's team of the season. Guys, those who haven't commented, please do leave your comments for us on what your teams of the season would have been. And then, yeah, we'll see how it compares with ours. Okay, lads, we've reached the 57th minute. Probably worth touching on today's games, really. It was builders race for top four, and it kind of just didn't happen like that, did it? Forest and Villa kind of let themselves down. Villa maybe unlucky, although their goalkeeper had a head rush. I don't know if you guys saw it, Mikey or
that was very questionable what he did there because he's leaving Villa as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask him a few questions if I was a Villa fan.
That's the first thing I was thinking. I was thinking he's been linked with Man United, and he's playing against Man United in the last game, and he's going to be going. So Man United and Saudi are where he's been linked to, and then he gets sent off. Yeah, it's a bit dubious, but.
Well, have you seen the red card?
No.
Oh, this is not dubious.
Just the action.
No,
just the action of
going out there to do that.
I heard it was blatant.
Oh, I see. Okay, you're saying that he went rogue.
Yeah, why are you saying that?
For some weird reason.
Oh, okay.
Daryl, you need to stop that.
We're good over here, mate. We're at the parade tomorrow.
Yeah, we won the
Champions of Europe, mate. Champions of Europe.
You'll never think anyway. The sending off was ridiculous, totally unnecessary. But then the disallowed goal as well was. You don't want to get me started on referees in this league. But
not allowed, remember?
Yeah, they've cost them dearly. But then the other thing is Forest. All they needed to do was beat Chelsea today, and they ended up losing.
It's kind of difficult to beat Chelsea.
That was a tough game.
Yeah, you're making it sound like they should beat Chelsea.
Yeah, but do you know what? Nottingham Forest were at home. Chelsea had only got 6 points from their last 30 possible points away from home. They didn't have Nicholas Jackson. They always play badly when they haven't got Nicholas Jackson. They didn't actually play well. Forest just weren't that good. They needed to be throwing everything at it. I watched that game, by the way. You guys were probably watching your game.
Yeah.
Ilanga was good for them, but nobody else really showed up. And as I said, Aina slept at the far post while Colwell got in for a tap-in. Like,
I think
you're in trouble.
To be fair, though, I think Forest overperformed this season. I saw a stat with Chris Wood where like his XG was like some crazy stat, basically. Like
he missed the sitter as well,
very low. Huh?
He missed the sitter.
It was very, very low. And that was back in November time. So they did a lot better than everyone expected. So I think for them to finish 7th with what they overachieved even to finish 7th, if you ask me.
Yeah, but they were in 3rd a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I think that I think a couple of pundits have touched on it. The problem with these kind of teams is when the pressure is on, which it is, to now go and perform and have to beat Chelsea. Obviously, they can't get it done. They've been having some funny results. Who did they draw with that they should have beaten in recent times? So they've been having some funny results because obviously the pressure is on now to actually go and win games. It's very difficult. Craig and Mikey will tell you how difficult it is when the pressure is on to win games, to try and, win the league.
It's almost as difficult as when the pressure's off.
When it comes to April and May, it's tough, man. It's tough out there. So it's not for everyone. It's just not for everyone. That's the thing you got to remember.
I wonder if you're going to go Dubai next year.
No, but it's tough, man. It's not. People think it's easy because when you do it and it looks easy, everyone thinks you can just come and do it. But when you watch Arsenal come second, over and over again and drop points when they should be winning games, that it's not easy. So I give full credit to Forest, because they did well, but inevitably quality rises to the top, and some people can't handle the pressure. And when they can't handle the pressure, they will look forward to another season. And yet again, we're going to be looking forward to the 2026 because Arsenal and their hopes have to come along with it, because this is what they do.
Houdini, send the money.
Speaking of Arsenal, and Craig, you've been called out. Mikey, you've been called out.
Ruben Moy and Russo, send the money. Straight to send it. It's done.
Who scored the winning goal? Craig.
You know what? It was such a blur because I was so excited.
Oh wow! I thought I was a preview.
The girls did us good. Just to
I thought it was a preview. I thought you're gonna just go boom, just give me the name who scored the winning goal. You can't even do that. One goal was scored. He can't even tell me. Should have been boom. The winner was da. This is the minute.
It was crazy. It was such a blur.
Okay. What about the minute? The minute that the goal was scored. What minute?
What's that? What are you talking about?
The winning goal. What minute did it?
It was about a 79.
Well, it was all a blur.
Like 69, 60, 68 or something like that.
No, it was late. It was around 79.
Wow, they can't even agree. Who scored it, Craig?
What's that? I told you the blur. What's wrong with you? Why are you like this live on YouTube? What are you doing? Don't do that, bro.
Oh, you guys are shameful, man. This is crazy, man.
I'm going to the parade tomorrow, and whoever's lifting the trophy, I will know the name. Don't worry about it.
Are you actually at the parade tomorrow?
I could be going, yeah.
It's never been here. Put it on One True Red. Everybody that's watching today, we're gonna look forward to the analysis. We're gonna see you there with your camera. Put it on One True Red podcast on YouTube so we can watch it.
No problem.
Because we know what we're doing tomorrow.
I can get footage.
Because we know what we're doing tomorrow. So it'd be nice to see you do it. Big it up for the women still.
Hey, Daryl, I'm glad that you're watching.
Congratulations to them, though, man. Brilliant.
All right, lads. All right, let's leave it there then. Great show tonight, lads. Thank you, everyone who got involved in the comments, and also all of you who have subscribed to the channel as we've been on live. But yes, if you're not subscribed, please do so, and please do like this video because it helps with the algorithm and helps this channel to grow. We'll be back again next week. So yeah, please join us then. Also, for those of you who are new, do check us out on Instagram and on TikTok. Lots of content on there as well. I'm going to be at the parade tomorrow. Craig's going to be at a parade tomorrow. Yeah. See you again next week, guys. We're out.